So something to note about this. Okay, so when you look at your traditional YouTube video, it does have the annotations, which are just kind of clickable links that you see on there that are basically just kind of mobile hotspots in a sense.
Sure.
Now, what wireWAX essentially does, and I want to actually read from an article in particular. It's a drag and drop tool, and it enables users to add full motion, trackable, and clickable links around objects, like you just saw there, such as faces, bodies. It could be a football that you want to purchase. Now, the reasoning for this is because Google, who owns YouTube, was getting a lot of different pressures out there from some of their bigger sponsors like Nike, like Neiman Marcus, like Rip Curl as well, who said, we want something and we want to be directed back to our site and some of our products. And we want to, like you just said, create these videos in the sense that, well, it just not only promotes and creates awareness, but we also want to make sure that people have the opportunity to go back and say, hey, I like those shorts, or I like that bathing suit, I like that football. Where can I get a hold of it? It allows you to go directly to that and see, okay, this is how it's actually working. It's not just a square, bland hotspot. So this is very cool. And the thing that's also interesting about this is that they've gone from a freemium package, is essentially what it is, right? I mean, that's how they're starting out.
Yeah, and this is sort of a classic way to get people playing around with the approach, and then you could see people asking for additional features that then they can charge for. So I think it's pretty smart to get this in the hands of as many people as they can, and then they'll start to push out their initial examples, which will inspire people to say, well, what if we could do this? Oh, that's an add-on widget. So I think the pricing model makes a lot of sense.
Now, obviously, we know video is hot. That's what everybody wants. More people, more businesses, more B2B companies are migrating towards video at this point in time. With that in mind, it's not like everybody's already on video. So having said that, people are starting to say, what, I got to do this. I need to do video. Is it too soon to have something like this? I mean, is this too far ahead of the market is what I'm saying, or is it just in time?
So I think the way to flip that around is to say that this may in fact attract a new set of video fans and video fanatics, because they're more interested in the informational content than the sizzle, right? Maybe to them video is just sort of a gimmick. I don't have to watch a video, I'm going to read the manual. Yep. If I can sort of take what was in the manual and pull that into the video content, maybe shorter form. We talk a lot about this, that people are going shorter and shorter. They get more interactive, but make it informational as well. It may, in fact, attract more people to the format that then drives demand for additional content, which drives demand for more enriched content, and so on. So I don't think it's a question of whether this is too early. I think it's really going to depend on what types of examples, what early adopters they can push out. And I'll be looking to see if there's a mix of both sort of business and consumer applications. If it's all focused on consumer, I think we may sort of, it may not take off as quickly as I think on the business side. If they're also attracting, business examples, I think that'll really help.